In part 1 and part 2, we discussed how gold demand has transformed over the years and 3 things that actually drives the price of the gold. Now I'm going to tell you about the single biggest moment in the history that triggered the biggest shift in the gold market, and it starts with Russia. So the story actually begins in 2014. Russia annexed Crimea, due to which the US and Europe hit Russia with sanctions. And Russia's central bank took note and started buying gold aggressively. They went from buying 20 to 30 tons of gold per quarter to doubling that pace almost overnight. Their reasoning was simple. Gold stored in Russia in their own vaults cannot be seized by any foreign government, while dollars and euros can be. So over next 8 years, Russia bought so much gold that gold went from 8% of Russia's central bank reserves to 21% by 2022. Russia was preparing for something, but most of the world was not even watching. Then came Feb 2022. Russia invaded Ukraine. The US and allies responded by doing something they had never done before at this scale. They froze approximately $300 billion of Russian assets. Dollars, euros, government bonds, all frozen. Russia couldn't access nearly half of its own money overnight. Now here's why it matters far beyond Russia. Every central bank in the world watched this and asked the same question. Could this happen to us? And the answer was uncomfortable. If your national savings were held in euros or dollars, sitting in Western banks, then yes. A political decision made in Washington could freeze your money in 24 hours. It doesn't matter if you're a friend or enemy today. But the gold stored in your own country, in your own vaults, belongs to nobody else. No foreign bank holds it. No government can freeze it. That realization didn't just affect Russia's enemy. It affected everyone. Central banks bought more than 1,000 tons in 2022, the most since 1950s, and bought more than 1,000 tons in 2023 and 2024 as well. China, which has been quietly adding gold, accelerated. It has now bought golds for 18 months consecutively. Countries also started bringing their gold back home. 68% of central banks now store gold in their own country, up from 50% in 2022, because an asset you can't reach is an asset you don't really own. And by the end of 2025, the gold has crossed the finish line. It overtook US Treasuries as world's number 1 reserve asset for the first time since 1996. And all of it traces back to one frozen bank account. And a lesson nobody forgot. Part 4 tomorrow, where we discuss if central banks are buying so much, then why gold is down 25% from its all-time high? 3 reasons, none of them are what you expect. Follow Credible Capital so that you don't miss it.